Welcome to the Behind Reality channel. Today, we're exposing the terrifying truth about what aliens really are. Let's talk about something that has fascinated and terrified us for generations. Let's talk about aliens. We look up at the night sky and we wonder. We imagine distant stars, advanced civilizations, and the promise or threat of first contact. Our movies and our science tell us the story of visitors from other worlds. But I want you to consider a different idea today. What if we have the story all wrong? What if the truth isn't about travelers from faraway planets? What if it's about neighbors from a place much, much closer? What if the beings we call aliens are not extraterrestrial, but something else entirely? Something ancient, something we once had a different name for. I'm talking about the theory that what we call aliens are, in fact, demons, interdimensional entities that have always been here, living among us, feeding on our energy, and waiting for the right moment to step into the light. Think about this for a second. The classic image of the gray alien is a modern invention, but stories of encounters with otherworldly beings are as old as humanity itself. Every culture, on every continent, has its legends. They spoke of spirits, of jinn, of shadow people, of fairies, and of demons. These stories didn't describe astronauts from another galaxy. They described creatures from realms that exist alongside our own. They came from forests, from crossroads, from dreams. They didn't arrive in metal ships. They slipped through the cracks in reality. Doesn't that sound familiar? It sounds exactly like the strangest UFO reports. Objects that defy physics. Beings that walk through walls. Experiences that feel more like a nightmare than a real event. What if our ancestors were seeing the exact same phenomenon we see today? They just used the vocabulary they had. They called them demons. We call them aliens. The label changed. The visitor might not have. Here's the core of this idea. These entities are not biological creatures. They are not from a planet orbiting another star. They are non-physical intelligences from a dimension that exists right here, overlapping our world. Imagine our reality is one page. Theirs is another page lying directly on top. Sometimes the pages stick together, or something presses through. That's what we might be seeing. And these entities have one driving need: energy. But not the kind that powers your phone. They feed on raw, emotional, psychic energy. Fear, pain, sorrow, chaos, anger, even intense excitement. This is their food. Our world, with all its drama, its wars, its love, and its terror, is a perfect feeding ground. To them, humanity isn't a fascinating species to study. We are the crop. We are the harvest. So how do they operate in our physical world? If they're non-physical, how do they interact with us? This is where it gets chilling. Their main goal isn't to abduct us onto ships. That might just be one method. Their ultimate strategy is infiltration. A demon doesn't need to build a body. It can take one. This is the ancient concept of possession. But I'm not talking about the movie version with spinning heads. I'm talking about something quiet, slow, and perfect. The silent takeover. Picture this. An entity is drawn to a person. Maybe someone who is already struggling, filled with anger, or drowned in grief. It attaches itself. It's a psychic parasite. It starts small. It whispers. It amplifies every negative thought. It deepens the depression. It feeds on the fear it helps create. The person feels like they're losing their mind. But it's not just them. Over time, as the person's own light and will grow weak, the entity pushes harder. It starts to merge with the host's consciousness. It slowly pushes the real person, the true soul, into a tiny corner of their own mind. That person becomes a prisoner, forced to watch through their own eyes as a stranger lives their life. Now the entity is in control. It has the body, the face, the memories, the family, the job. It looks exactly like your friend or your neighbor. It acts almost like them. It has all their memories after all. But something is off. The light in the eyes is gone. The warmth is gone. The spontaneous laughter, the genuine tears of empathy, they're missing. It's all replaced by a cold, practical intelligence. The human has become a vessel, a suit, a perfect mask. This is an alien, a demon, wearing a human skin and walking in our society. And we cannot tell the difference. The most successful invasion is the one you never see coming. Now, let's follow this idea to its end. If this quiet infiltration has been happening for a long, long time, how many of these occupied people are among us right now? They are not in hiding. They are in positions of power, in governments, in media, in corporations. They want to steer all of human society. They want to create a world that produces the most negative energy for them to feed on. They thrive on division, on endless conflict, on fear spread by the news, on economic systems that create despair. They encourage us to hate each other, to be afraid of each other, to lose our compassion. They are farmers, and our civilization is their field. Every wave of panic, every outbreak of hatred is a good harvest for them. So what happens at the end? What happens when the number of these vessels grows too large? When the aliens in human bodies finally outnumber the real humans? This is when the game changes. The masks can come off. There will be no giant spaceship over New York City. That would be a waste. The invasion is already done. It's been done from the inside. When they are ready, they will simply reveal themselves. They will step forward not as monsters, but as the new managers of Earth. They will say they are a superior intelligence, here to save us from our own chaotic emotions. They might even use the popular myth of kind alien saviors to make people welcome them. They might say, "Your old religions called us demons. Your modern world called us aliens. You were all partially right. We are the next step. We are here, and we have always been here. Your time of free will is over. The age of order begins. Resistance is illogical. And who would be left to fight back? A small, broken group of true humans, now called insane and dangerous by the new world. The final harvest would be peaceful. It would just be a change of management. This dark theory explains the mysteries that the standard alien story can't. Why are they so interested in us but never say hello? Why do abduction stories feel so dreamlike and spiritual? Why the symbols, the mind games, the feeling of being drained? It connects the dots from old demon stories to new UFO reports. The lights in the sky might not be engines. They might be just glimpses, like a ripple in a pond, showing something from the other side is moving. The real work is not in the sky. It's in the quiet spaces of our own minds and hearts. So next time you look up at the stars, or hear a weird story about a UFO, ask yourself a different question. Does this sound like a scientist from another star? Or does it feel like something older? Something that knows the landscape of human fear because it helped design it? The evidence, from our oldest books to our newest sightings, suggests something simple and scary. We are not waiting for visitors from another planet. We are living with entities from another reality. They are not coming. They are here. And that makes the most important question very personal. It's not, what do they want with the world? It's, who around me is still truly human? The final battle for Earth won't be fought with lasers. It's being fought right now, silently, in every act of kindness, in every moment of real courage, in every bit of genuine love we can still feel and share. They can copy our faces, but they cannot copy a true human heart. Your empathy, your compassion, your messy, beautiful, illogical love for life that is your light. It's the most powerful thing you can do. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel and like this video.